Conservapedia doesn't like evolution. That's no surprise. I did a lot of research into my videos on Conservapedia's entry on homosexuality, and it's clear to me that they value dogmatic religious belief over thought and reason and research. I'm going to do a little something different here from what I did in my series on homosexuality. I'm going to spend some time in the introduction. And I'm going to do this to illustrate just how bad this entry is and how bad its references are. And also to set up what I'm going to talk about later in this series. I'm not sure how many episodes the series will have since I'm recording it as I go. I'll try not to make the episodes too long and to try to keep the total number of episodes reasonable. Now, some of the images that I'll be using have been edited to fit into the frame, but all relevant information has been retained, and all pertinent links will be listed so you can check them out for yourself if you wish. Now, they start by using a dictionary definition of evolution, and they're using the Webster's Dictionary. Now, the Webster definition isn't bad, but it isn't complete. They then say that currently there are several theories of evolution. Well, no, there aren't. There is one theory of evolution, but there are differences of opinion as to how evolution works and what forces are involved in evolution. So this is disingenuous to say the least, something we frequently find when looking at creationist material. They deliberately conflate at least three different things: cosmology, abiogenesis, and the theory of evolution. By doing this, they're trying to diminish what the theory of evolution actually is, and what a scientific theory is in general. This way, it makes evolution seem very questionable. So what is evolution, or more properly, the theory of evolution? Now, I'm going to go to the University of California at Berkeley's site, Understanding Evolution. The definition. Biological evolution, simply put, is descent with modification. This definition encompasses small-scale evolution, changes in gene frequency in a population from one generation to the next, and large-scale evolution, the descent of different species from a common ancestor over many generations. Evolution helps us to understand the history of life. The explanation. Biological evolution is not simply a matter of change over time. Lots of things change over time. Trees lose their leaves, mountain ranges rise and erode, but they aren't examples of biological evolution because they don't involve descent through genetic inheritance. The central idea of biological evolution is that all life on Earth shares a common ancestor, just as you and your cousins share a common grandmother. Through the processes of descent with modification, the common ancestor of life on Earth gave rise to the fantastic diversity that we see documented in the fossil record and around us today. Evolution means that we're all distant cousins, humans and oak trees, hummingbirds and whales. Now, to scientists, a theory is a coherent explanation for a large number of facts and observations about the natural world. And I'm going to go to the University of Waikato in New Zealand. I'm probably mispronouncing this, and so apologies to anyone in New Zealand. And here they have a nice listing. It says, a theory is internally consistent and compatible with the evidence, firmly grounded in and based upon evidence, tested against a wide range of phenomena, and demonstrably effective in problem solving. In popular use, a theory is often assumed to imply mere speculation, but in science, something is not called a theory until it has been confirmed over many independent experiments. Theories are more certain than hypotheses, but less certain than laws. The procedures and processes for testing a theory are well defined with each scientific discipline. Now, this is a little outdated because theories are now placed above laws. So theory is as high as you can go in terms of something that is demonstrable, proven. Now, for more about what a theory is, I'm going to go to the University of California at Riverside, something I can pronounce. And it says, a theory is accepted not based on the prestige or convincing powers of the proponent, but on the results obtained through observations and or experiments, which anyone can reproduce. The results obtained using the scientific method are repeatable. In fact, most experiments and observations are repeated many times. Certain experiments are not repeated independently, but are repeated as parts of other experiments. If the original claims are not verified, the origin of such discrepancies is hunted down and exhaustively studied. When studying the cosmos, we cannot perform experiments. All information is obtained from observations and measurements. Theories are then devised by extracting some regularity in the observations and coding this into physical laws. There is a very important characteristic of a scientific theory or hypothesis which differentiates it from, example, an act of faith. A theory must be falsifiable. This means that there must be some experiment or possible discovery that could prove the theory untrue. For example, Einstein's theory of relativity made predictions about the results of experiments. These experiments could have produced results that contradicted Einstein, so the theory was, and still is, falsifiable. A theory is not a guess. No theory, in a scientific sense, can be ascribed to any supernatural source. Creationists attack evolution on the basis that it's just a theory. This is disingenuous, to say the least, and they damn well know it. They link to another Conservapedia site on theories of evolution, which has a list of different theories. These aren't theories of evolution. These are hypotheses within the theory of evolution. Way to go misrepresenting things. Again, trying to reinforce evolution is just a theory, while adding, and they, meaning evolutionists, can't agree on what it is, which is nonsense. A prevailing theme, as you will find as we go along, is lie. If not outright, be disingenuous. Tell half-truths, redefine terms, use alternate, not applicable definitions. For example, I could say that fashion has evolved. But that has nothing to do with the theory of evolution. It's a different usage of the word, a non-scientific sense. I could say that I have Catholic tastes, but that doesn't mean that my tastes reflect those of the Catholic Church, or that I want to consume Catholics. Yet if someone were to affect a creationist approach to that statement, I would be attacked for eating Catholics, with or without fava beans, while dressed like the Pope. Now back to Conservapedia, which then goes on to say, a majority of the most prominent and vocal defenders of the evolutionary position, which employs methodological naturalism, have been atheists. Now I'm going to stop here because I don't want these videos to be too long, and it's going to take me a little while to go to the next part. I know it can get overwhelming sometimes when they're really long, and sometimes when I watch a video, I might want to re-watch it, but maybe not all of it. Maybe I want to go to one part, so that's another good reason that I want to do this in increments. There may be some longer videos, but it kind of depends on what's being discussed. And some videos will be close together, some won't, so to kind of give everybody a rest, but I'm thinking putting up 2 or so a week. So I'll take up this list in my next video, and thanks for watching.